Good day, everyone. We are the Group 9, Las Reinas. And today, we are going to discuss about the brainstorming and group debates. But first, let me introduce to you my group mates. Charilyn Graciano, Group Leader. Faika Talusan and Hannah Bonimi Viaje, Editors. Johanna Tapalya and Keith Shelley Igay, Reporters. Now let's discuss about brainstorming. What is brainstorming?
Brainstorming is a group creativity technique by which efforts are made to find a conclusion for a specific problem by gathering a list of ideas spontaneously contributed by its members. In other words, brainstorming is a situation where a group of people meet to generate new ideas and solutions around a specific domain of interest by removing inhibitions. People are able to think more freely and they suggest as many spontaneous new ideas as possible. All the ideas are noted down without criticism, and after the brainstorming session, the ideas are evaluated. Why use brainstorming? We use brainstorming for it provides a free and open environment that encourages everyone to participate. Quirky ideas are welcomed and built upon, and all participants are encouraged to contribute fully, helping them develop a rich array of creative solutions. When used during problem solving, brainstorming brings team members' diverse experience into play. It increases the richness of ideas explored, which means that you can often find better solutions to the problems that you face. Two types of brainstorming. First is the individual brainstorming. Individual brainstorming produces more and often better ideas than group brainstorming. This can occur because groups aren't always strict in following of the rules of brainstorming, and bad behaviors creep in. Mostly though, this happens because people pay so much attention to other people that they don't generate ideas of their own, or they forget these ideas while they wait for their turn to speak. This is called blocking. When you brainstorm on your own, you don't have to worry about other people's egos or opinions, and you can be freer and more creative. For example, you might find that an idea you'd hesitate to bring up in a group develops into something special when you explore it on your own. However, you may not develop ideas as fully when you're on your own, because you don't have the wider experience of other group members to draw on. It is most effective when you need to solve a simple problem, generate a list of ideas, or focus on a broad issue. Here's a tip. To get the most out of your individual brainstorming session, choose a comfortable place to sit and think. Minimize distractions so that you can focus on the problem at hand, and consider using mind maps to arrange and develop ideas. Here is the second type of brainstorming, the group brainstorming. Group brainstorming is effective in generating ideas and for solving complex problems. Here, you can take advantage of the full experience and creativity of all team members. When one member gets stuck with an idea, another member's creativity and experience can take the idea to the next stage. You can develop ideas in greater depth with group brainstorming that you can with individual brainstorming. It helps everyone feel that they've contributed to the solution, and it reminds people that others have creative ideas to offer. Where possible, participants should come from a wide range of disciplines. This cross-section of experience can make the session more creative. However, don't make the group too big. As with other types of teamwork, groups of 5 to 7 people are usually most effective. You often get the best results by combining individual and group brainstorming. To run a group brainstorming session effectively, follow these steps. Step 1. Prepare the group. First, set up a comfortable meeting environment for the session. Make sure that the room is well lit and that you have the tools, resources, and refreshments that you need. How much information or preparation does your team need in order to brainstorm solutions to your problem? Remember that prep is important, but too much can limit or even destroy the freewheeling nature of a brainstorm session. When everyone is gathered, appoint one person to record the ideas that come from the session. This person shouldn't necessarily be the team manager. It's hard to record and contribute at the same time. Post notes where everyone can see them, such as on flip charts or whiteboards, or use a computer with a data projector. If people aren't used to working together, consider using an appropriate warm-up exercise or an icebreaker. Step 2. Present the problem. Clearly define the problem that you want to solve and lay out any criteria that you must meet. Make it clear that the meeting's objective is to generate as many ideas as possible. Give people plenty of quiet time at the start of the session to write down as many of their own ideas as they can. Then, ask them to share their ideas while giving everyone a fair opportunity to contribute. Step 3. Guide the discussion. Once everyone has shared their ideas, start a group discussion to develop other people's ideas and use them to create new ideas. Building on others' ideas is one of the most valuable aspects of group brainstorming. Encourage everyone to contribute and to develop ideas, including the quietest people, and discourage anyone from criticizing ideas. As the group facilitator, you should share ideas if you have them, but spend your time and energy supporting your team and guiding the discussion. Stick to one conversation at a time and refocus the group if people have become sidetracked. 8 house rules. First, set a time limit. Depending on the problem's complexity, 15 to 60 minutes is normal. Second, begin with a target problem or brief. Members should approach this sharply defined question, plan or goal, and stay on topic. Third, refrain from judgment or criticism. No one should be negative about any idea, including via body language. Fourth, encourage weird and wacky ideas. Further to the ban on killer phrases like too expensive, keep the floodgates open so everyone feels free to blurt out ideas. Fifth, aim for quantity. Remember, quantity breeds quality. The sifting and sorting processes comes later. Sixth, build on others' ideas. It's a process of association where members expand on others' notions and reach new insights, allowing these ideas to trigger their own. Seventh, stay visual. Diagrams and posts, it helps bring ideas to life and help others see things in different ways. 8. Allow one conversation at a time. To arrive at concrete results, it's essential to keep on track this way and show respect for everyone's ideas.
So now let's talk about group debate. But what is debate? A debate is a contest where two teams present their arguments intent on persuading one another. Debating is a series of lectures for and against on a given topic by knowledgeable persons. It is a method of interactive and representational argument. And lastly, it is a more formal way of communicating. So we have here a rules of debate. So a debate has two teams, an affirmative team and a negative team. So each side consists of 3 speakers. So the first affirmative speaker begins the debate and is then followed by the first negative speaker. So this pattern is maintained for the second and third speakers of each team. Each speaker speaks for a set time with a warning bell to give them a little time to sum up and finish, then a final bell. And there will be a chair or moderator who presides over the discussion. So next is the characteristics of debate. Number 1, it can be easily organized at a short notice. Number 2, it helps to attract the attention of audience and hold it to the end. 3, topics with reference to felt needs may be identified so as to enthuse the audience throughout the debate. 4, audience are instigated to think seriously and analysis by the proceedings of the debate. 5th, the range of the topic as well as the time can be prefixed on agreement. And lastly, it enables the participants to have a complete and unreserved expression of their ideas. So we have here the purposes of debate. Number 1, topics of controversial nature are dealt with. Number 2, when the group needs to be exposed to the pros and cons of the topic or decision. Number 3, when the participants have the capacity to present their side in a meaningful and interesting manner. And 4th, there is favorable atmosphere in the group to accept ideas presented by logical arguments of the participants. So a good debate results in number 1, it cultivates leadership skills. Number 2, it consolidates investigation and analysis skills. Number 3, trains critical listening or thinking skills. Number 4, it enriches open-mindedness. Number 5, equips with better organization and speaking skills. Number 6, builds self-confidence. And lastly, it boosts teamwork and cooperation ability. In every debate, there are many cautions that needs to be followed. Number 1, the range of subject should not be out of the purview of and interest of the group. Number 2, emotional debate may become highly antagonistic and lead to conflict between groups. Number 3, motive to win a debate may lead to distortion of information, leading to ignoring the primary need of the audience. Number 4, it is useful only under certain purposes and under certain conditions. And lastly, the moderator and participants should be knowledgeable and should not be over-enthusiastic and carried away by emotions.
Greetings! In today's class, we are going to be exploring the world of debating. Debating is when you argue for or against a topic. You have to prove why your team is right and the opposition is wrong. A topic might be something simple like cats are better pets than dogs, or students should get more holidays. Let's begin with the setup of a formal debate. 2 teams of 3 people sit at the front of the room. On one side is the affirmative team, and on the other side is the negative team. The first speaker of the affirmative team is the first person to speak. The timekeeper starts the stopwatch when the speaker begins. The first speaker defines the key words of the topic, introduces the team's argument, and begins the debate. Different debates have different time limits. For example, if each speaker has to speak for 4 minutes, the timekeeper will ring the bell once at 3 minutes as a warning and twice at 4 minutes to indicate to the speaker their time is up. The second person to speak is the first speaker from the negative team. Like the affirmative side, they define the key words and introduce their team's argument. This person also rebuts points made by the first speaker of the affirmative team. Rebuttal is when you choose a point made by the opposition and explain why they're wrong and prove why you're right. Rebuttals can win or lose debates. However, you must never become personal in rebuttals. After the first speaker of the negative side, the second speaker of the affirmative side speaks, followed by the second speaker of the negative side. Both of these speakers continue their team's arguments and rebut the opposition. The third speakers of each team are the last people to speak. First, it's the third speaker of the affirmative team, and then the third speaker of the negative team. Both of these speakers rebut the opposition's debate and summarizes their own team's argument. The third speaker of the negative team is the last person to address the audience in the debate and have the last word. This can be an advantage in debating. At the end of the debate, an adjudicator or team of adjudicators will decide which team is the winner. They consider your presentation skills, the timing of your debate, and it's the team with the most convincing argument that wins the debate. The captain of the winning side thanks the opposition for a good debate, as well as the adjudicator, timekeeper, chairperson, and audience. The captain of the defeated side also thanks the same people. Debating teaches you to look at both sides of an argument. Sometimes you may not agree with the side of the debate you are arguing, and this can be challenging. But it can be a good experience to look at a topic with a different point of view. It also teaches you teamwork. Each member of the team needs to know what their teammates are talking about. Planning and writing the debates are done together. Now let's watch the first speakers of a debate present their argument. The topic is that computers should replace teachers.